Ethan Silks here for Silksy Sports, Albury Thunder's official YouTuber. I'm here today to cover the Albury Thunder Rugby League Tackle Carnival, the Women's Rugby League Tackle Carnival. I'll now take you to footage what this carnival is about, which is women being able to be involved in rugby league as a sport for all, and this is so that women can play rugby league as good as men. So I'll now take you to footage and a film, and then after that I'll take you to presentations on who won, the 16s and the seniors, and then I'll take you to an interview with President Mick O'Connell.
Black and white's number one, Bianca Sutton. Megan Harvey from the Senior Murray Cup side. Girls side, you can come upstairs to the left-hand box to see Ringo Coral next. Megan Harvey. Reminder that if you wish to book your team or book in for the dinner and sports evening, it's $25 for the meal and the sportsman's evening. If you don't go to the meal and want to go to the sportsman's evening, it's $15. So it's a great value. So if you're booking, it's $25 at the Sevens restaurant, all you can eat. And then you've got the sportsman's evening with Blocker Roach and of course Samantha Bremner. I think Samantha's down here. Put your hand up, Samantha, down here on the sideline. Thank you. Samantha's here watching the game. The Australian Gillaroos fullback.
Yes.
All right, just like to congratulate all the teams in the under-16 division. Yanko, Moon, I think they've gone home late, Jellicoe, the Albury Thunder girls, and our eventual and inaugural winners, the Griffith Black and Whites. I'd like to call on Mr. Jim Marr, who is representing the major sponsor for today, that is the Albury Commercial Club, to present not only the winner's cheque to the captain and or coach, and the trophy.
Yeah, good afternoon everyone, and firstly welcome to our region, to all the visitors. Would particularly like to congratulate the organisers. It's been a great weekend, just catching up with Mike and Rick and Sarge about last night and the game over the weekend. Particularly to the young players, great effort to make it this far today, and also to the parents. I've been involved previously in junior sport myself. I know what it's like travelling Australia with juniors, and for the young ladies, it doesn't happen without the other people behind the scenes and in your life. So congratulations, and we'll get the winning captain up here. So I'll put the cheque in here. So there we go, congratulations. Hope to see you again. There we go. And would you like to say a few words?
Thanks to Albury for giving us a really good game. It was probably the hardest game we played all weekend, and thanks to my girls for digging deep, and our coach Shaylin. Couldn't do anything without you. And our managers Macca and Tanika, and thanks to the organisers of this carnival, because it's just so fun playing rugby league, and we hope there's more of it. Thank you.
And we've got the field here, so we'd like to invite the rest of the girls and take the shield, and we will have all the names on it and get it to you, and hopefully all coming back next year. Thank you. I'll just say something. Thanks, girls. I'd just like to call up a representative from the Albury Thunder to congratulate them on their effort. Jackson, because we're the home club, I'll keep the check for myself, alright? But you might want to say a few words.
First, just congratulations to the group of girls who played really well and have been the top side for the whole weekend. And congratulations to our girls who played really well, and it was probably one of our better games of the weekend.
I'd like to call on Samantha Bremner now, who's just, as we heard today, been picked in the Australian Gillaroos team this morning to present the trophy to the best player of the grand final.
Well done, girls. It was awesome to watch another great game this weekend. We had a bit of a difficult time picking the player of the match, but it was for all the right reasons because the skill level was so high. But today, the player of the final goes to Griffiths number 6.
Thanks very much, and now we'll turn our attention to the women's grand final, and we'll have the presentations after that. Thank you very much to everyone who attended. Just as people make their way across to the presentation area, hopefully our injured players okay, I'll hand over to Country Rugby League representative Kylie Hilda to announce the Riverina Nines team play before the Country Under-23 playing Samoa next Friday in Wagga. So all yours, Kylie, and thanks for your support for our event for this weekend, and hope you can take that back to Country Rugby League for us.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Country Rugby League, we'd like to thank you for a great weekend. I think everyone can agree that the standard of rugby league here has been outstanding all weekend, and it was shown in that final just then. I think the girls, the quality of the game got better as the weekend went on. So on behalf of the Country Rugby League, we're really, really happy that this tournament went ahead, and I will announce the Riverina side to take on the Western Rams on Friday afternoon in Wagga, kicking off at 4:15. The coach of that team will be Shailene Williams. She is here somewhere, I'm hoping. If she is, could she come over here as well? But the 14 girls that we have selected, now there's some names I'm going to really struggle pronouncing, so I might just go to numbers in teams. So in the Yenda team, we have the number 1, Lele. Okay, sweet. Number 9, Ua. Number 4, Cecilia. Number 7, Ruby. Number 3, Amelia. And number 6, Loretta. So they're all the players from the Yenda team. From the Panthers, we have Emma Hickey. From Lake, can't even say that name, Kajelico. Number 15, Anita Carter. Number 4, Grace Cashmere. Number 7, Shannon Pike. And number 14, Claire Hatley. From the Albury Thunder, I believe they must be sisters, Hayley and Jess McDonald. And that's our 14. So congratulations to all of those girls in playing. Oh, Shailene, please come to the front. This is your coach. Those girls that we've just announced, we'd like if you could quickly just meet up with your coach so she can have a quick chat with you before you all head off. We basically need to know straight away if you can or can't play, because if you can't play, then we need to replace you straight away, and we know it's a quick turnaround. So if you could let your coach know, that would be great. and she's about to leave now, so could you come and quickly see her? As I said, thank you on behalf of Country Rugby League, and I'd like to say a big thank you to Sammy Bremner for taking the time out to be here and support our event, so thank you.
Thanks, Kylie, and I know Kylie and Sam have got to be in a plane in about 15 minutes, or at the airport at least. Go around the pub. Thanks very much. Great game in the final between the Yenda All-Stars and Valley Dragons. Hopefully the Valley Dragons players okay over there, but I'd love to call on the representative, captain of the Valley Dragons, to receive the runner-up check. Here comes the rain.
First of all, I'd just like to say a big thank you to the organisation for putting this carnival together. We all love coming out and playing rugby league, so it's awesome to have different carnivals and versing a variety of people. Thank you to the girls in my team. You all did amazing. We're all very young, so to come out here and verse a variety of open women and to make the grand final is amazing. To Yenda, we wouldn't have wanted to verse any other team in the final. You guys were amazing and just put up a great fight. Congrats girls on the win, you deserved it.
I call on Sam now to announce the player of the grand final.
So the player of the grand final goes to Yenda's number 7.
Present the trophies and the check to the winners. Much thanks to all of our referees. You can't have a carnival without referees and ball persons. We had lots of our local juniors involved doing that, and I think they all slept very well last night, so I appreciate their efforts. Fund the committee and volunteers here today. Appreciate your support putting this in. Everyone loves giving up the whole weekend, and come upstairs for a quiet drink afterwards. I thank our major sponsor, the Commercial Club, but we also have the support of Albury City Council, who love putting on major events, and we've got the Mayor here today, Kevin Mack. I'll get him to come forward to present the trophy and the cheque to the winners.
Thanks, Rick, and thanks to all the competitors here this weekend. I believe you had a record start yesterday, which is fantastic. Clearly, this particular tournament is going to get bigger and bigger, and it's a credit to the Albury Thunder and certainly everyone involved that this tournament has been brought to Albury. And congratulations to Yenda. Well done, guys, and something to take home to Griffith, and bad luck to the Valley girls next year. You were a young, spirited team, and you put it all there. And I don't know about the girl out on the ground. I'm a bit worried about her. I'll put the screen up in a minute, and there'll be a bet coming along, I think, the way things are going. But anyway, so well done, and we'll get you out of the rain right now. Without further ado, I'll present the trophy. Who are we going with, Rick? Yenda. Yenda, who's the captain? And the coach? Well done, mate.
Open your eyes! Open your eyes!
You tell me that's her blood, not someone else's. Here you go. Say a few words on behalf of your team.
First of all, we'd just like to thank Aubrey and everyone that organised it. That you guys will be able to have this opportunity to show all the talent that's out there in the country. Also, we'd like to thank all our major sponsors and everyone that came over and supported us. Stayed with us. Our strapper is a good bloke, mate. Our president, our treasurer, Sam, there's our president over there. Definitely my coach too. We just scraped him in. We just like we scraped our team up in the last 2 weeks practically. Canberra. I mean, like you guys said, we love to play you guys. Like, you have a lot of heart. You might be young, but come a few years later, you still fire up. So my girls, heads up. Well, we got there.
Today, our coach had to abuse us a little bit to just sort of wake us up. But yeah, we've got there, hung in there, dug deep for each other, played for each other, and that's why we've got these jerseys on today. Also, Country Rugby League and everyone that came over and watched, and all the teams that got involved, like if the 8 teams that didn't play in this cup, we would have no competition today. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks everyone.
Go, Valerie. Lily, help me hold this. Take me that jersey. One more.
Get excited, come on.
That was some good fought games, and now we have Rick O'Connell here, President of Albury Thunder. How do you rate the Women's Carnival?
I think it was a great success, Ethan, for our first attempt at that. There's obviously things we can do to improve on, but I think we've laid the foundation now, and it will only get bigger from this point on. And look, I think everyone that came along and watched was suitably impressed by the standard that the women's teams and the under-16 put on, and our own Thunder teams went all right, so it was good weekend all round.
Well, it started off not really that good when we had technical issues, but we fixed that with the scoreboard. What do you reckon you'll do differently next year?
Look, hopefully we might even have enough teams to maybe play a few games under lights here at Greenville Park on the Friday night. Yeah, and just maybe if the under-16s or under-14 division comes in, then we could be playing games at Sarvis Park. The juniors could be playing their games there, and we could accommodate more of the senior teams here, and then have a bigger finals day maybe on the Sunday.
And after Group 9, who do you reckon is going to win the Weasel medal?
Oh, gee, the Weisel medal, the first grade. Look, I wouldn't like to pick that at this point in time. Doc McCarthy from South City, he'll go well, but then a lot of players from South City did well. They'll be high in the vote counting, yeah.
My prediction is Hayden Jeans. Thank you.
Good on you, Schultze, and thanks for your efforts this weekend. Was a bit unfortunate about the scoreboard playing up there on Saturday, but it seemed to fix itself for today, and your graphics were first rate. Well done.
That was Thunder President Rick O'Connell. I will now take you to coverage, my special coverage of the Women's Carnival luncheon from the Commercial Club of Albury. I will now take you to some of the speeches and an interview I did with Samantha Bremner and Steve Roach. For watching this special edition of Silky Sports, the Women's Rugby League Carnival edition, I'd like to thank all my supporters who've been watching my YouTube over the past year. It's been great, it's been an honour, but remember, I can't do any more videos without your feedback and ideas. But next week or the week after, I'll try and film an interview with Albury Thunder's new captain coach, Adrian Patel. I've got the questions ready, I just need to write it down on my laptop so I can put it onto OneDrive so I can read it off my phone. And don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to videos, and most of all, stay cool and enjoy your holidays. Cheers, and till next time, catch us all later on.
For Country Rugby League shortly, even though you said you didn't want to. To all of the Thunder people who worked tirelessly today from 7 a.m. and even in the lead up, you can't do these sorts of events without a significant number of volunteers, people giving up their free time on the weekend. So once again, I take my hat off to all of those involved, and don't forget we're not finished yet, so I expect you all there tomorrow. Fortunately, the day went relatively well with not too many injuries, but I'd like to thank David Bush for being available to help everyone out. So a round of applause for Bushy, please, if you wouldn't like, girls. Similarly with the referees, we had full complement of referees and ball boys on every game, or ball girls, so that was fantastic, and you just got no game without the refs, so all of those people who put their hand up to do that for us, we really appreciate, so thanks very much. I thought I had everything covered and that it'd be a fairly easy task. I was wrong. So to Dean Wymark, who saved me several times and then put a team together for me at the last minute so that we had 2 pools of 4. Really appreciate your efforts, Dean. It has, you did save the skin there a few times, and not only that, you coached the Panthers today, so well done, appreciate it. To our special guests that have come to support this event, Samantha Bremner, Jill Roos fullback, and Steve Roach coming down today. We really appreciate and looking forward to hearing your thoughts about the game of rugby league. Our MC for the evening, Andrew Moyer, who will be asking the questions. An event like this, you need some sponsors, especially seeing we put up a reasonable amount of prize money there. So to the commercial club where we are tonight, our major sponsor, really appreciate it. Eden Lawyers, Mike's here tonight. Albury City Council, Representative Ross Walls. Platinum Electricians, Tom and Melissa Monks, thank you very much. The Astor Hotel and Albury Conveyancing, unfortunately, they're not here tonight, but we appreciate everything they've done in relation to putting this carnival together. Obviously, you can't have a carnival unless you've got some teams that come along. So to the teams that are here tonight, I really appreciate the effort that you made to attend this carnival. We've had some teams travel some significant distance. Von Barlowhead, the girls say it took them 6 hours to go, which had to go via Canberra. And on the way through, they might have picked up the Valley Dragons as well. So well done to the Valley Dragons for being the first team, I think, to get in and get organised. Really appreciate that. And it's fairly embarrassing if your local teams don't enter the comp as well. So thanks to the Murray Cup and the Thunder Girls for jumping on board and supporting the carnival. As I mentioned before, we looked like we were only going to have 7 teams. We had a late influx of individuals, and we had a number of people from different teams help out the Panthers team today, and we really appreciate it. And I think also with the late under 16s, we had quite a few people double up and help them out. So thank you very much for that. And that's it from me. I'll hand back to Andrew, and I hope you really enjoy the evening. We have got 5 draws for $100, so you have to be here to win it, okay? And we've also got these 2 items here to auction later tonight, and the raffle will also be drawn later on tonight. So thank you, have a wonderful evening.
I might do, first if I can, I might get Australian Jewellery's fullback Sam Bremner up, but we might even come down here on the stage. Sam, this is the Billy Slater of Women's Rugby League. You can't get a bigger rap than that. Firstly, Sam, what I'll do is just if you can tell our crowd just your background. I think you're a Wollongong girl.
Yes, I grew up in a little town called Helensburgh. It's a little sort of country town in between Cronulla and Wollongong, and I think that's why I'm loving my time so much in Albury, because the people in Helensburgh are very kind and welcoming, and I'm sort of getting the same feeling here, so I'm enjoying my time so much. I grew up playing netball until I was 18, so from 5 to 18 I played netball my whole life because my mum didn't want me to tackle. My dad played for the Cronulla Sharks, so I sort of always loved rugby league, and when I turned to 19 I went and got a tattoo and then started my own football team.
Well, you made it when you got a tattoo. Also, what sports did you play as a teenager growing up?
I tried to play everything I could. I was always sort of active. I did a lot of athletics. I actually travelled around Australia doing surf life saving. So I did, I was a little sandy, so I did the flags and the sprint, and was in the New South Wales side. We travelled around Australia and did that, and I did a lot of touch football. So when I was a little bit older, I got to the stage where number one, doing all those sports was starting to get expensive, and mum wouldn't pay for it anymore, and dad, so it would come out of my wallet. So I had to sort of make a decision also with work and my time. And at that stage I chose touch football because I just love team sports and I love training as a team. And then that surely transferred over to rugby league.
When you couldn't play, I take it there wasn't a team to play for as you were growing up. Did you ever think, God, I'd like to play rugby league?
Absolutely. I used to go to my dad. He trained our first grade side in Helensburgh, and my brother played, and I used to go every single Tuesday and Thursday to their training, and I used to go to the game every Saturday just wanting to play with them, even though they were 5 years older than me. And I used to come home from primary school all the time and beg Mum to let me play with my little guy mates that I had at school, and it was always a no. So there was no real competition when I was 19 as well, but I sort of had enough. So called the Illawarra League and asked people when they were going to get one going, and then got all the girls that I'd met through all those sports I had played growing up. So I had some netballers, some Oz-taggers, touch footy, some dancers, and then we all played footy for the first time.
Tell us what rugby league means to you.
It does mean a lot to me, and it's hard for me to pinpoint why it means so a lot to me. And I get extremely passionate when I come to events like this, or I watch young girls play, and I think the reason why is because the sport has created so much opportunity and happiness for me, and I don't mean that I go out and I will achieve something so I get happy. I think it's the culture that the sport brings that I'm truly appreciative of. There's nothing like going out, getting my hair messy and dirt all over me, and then going and have a drink with my mates and just talking with the community. That's the sort of stuff I love, and why I love rugby league so much.
What's the toughest thing about rugby league, having played all those other sports growing up?
I think the toughest thing for me at the moment with rugby league is the discipline to train by myself, because my prime focus is to be the best version of myself in the Jillaroo side that I can be. I have to train a lot for that, and so do my teammates, and we're all situated all over Australia, and I find it the hardest to get up every morning knowing that I'm not training beside my best mates and my teammates. I've got to go do it alone in the gym by myself.
Time, Steve Blocker Roach.
I'm a bit slow getting out there, I'm a bit old now.
Hey, how good is this? I didn't know Bruce McElvaney was going to be interviewing me.
Nothing on his money.
Hey, what's happened to our game? Congratulations to all the girls there this afternoon. I come out and had a look, and I loved watching. You know, it's a great game, rugby league, and a great leveller. Rugby league is a game that anyone can play, and it used to be, you know, whatever size you were, and all these athletes have come into the game now, but they're not any better than what the old players were. I know now, when I go and watch a game of footy, in my day, and they look at things now and they go, oh, someone's got chondromalacia of the patella. In my day, it was a fucking sore knee. Or someone's got syndesmosis. Wow, that was a sore ankle, but I played. But it's a great game, a great leveller, and an unbelievable sport to come from when you come from nothing. I come from a place called Unanderra in Wollongong. Mate, I was glad to get out of there, I can tell you. But it was a great place to start. We had a lot of great players. And my club was the Western Suburbs Red Devils in Wollongong. We've had 18 internationals in our football side, in our club, 18. So when I was a kid, sorry, did you ask me anything?
No, go ahead.
When I was a kid, I don't know if everyone knows the change of rugby league now. When I was a kid, there was the ABC match of the day, and I played against my brothers at half time on our knees as kids, and there was one game shown. Now if you go on now and look at the game now, every week on Foxtel, who I work for, I've got to claim that, every game, every week is on the television, and it's a sensational game, there's no doubt about it. And for the women to be able to play now, instead of sitting back and watching and go, gee, you know what, I'd love to play that game. Now there's an avenue for you to play that game. Mate, we can play State of Origin and the Jillaroos. You can play against New Zealand and England and Tonga and Samoa. Is that how you say it? Samoa. Samoa. But the great thing is, we've got an evolution now. We're marching on. And I'm 56 now, and I'm still involved in the game. And my passion for the game has never wavered. I love it. Except for all the big words that they use now and all that sort of stuff. When I was playing, I couldn't believe it. I got an offer to go to the Tigers when I was a 17-year-old kid. I got a knock on the door. Keith Barnes was there. I couldn't believe it, mate. The great Keith Barnes, Golden Boots Barnes. Would you like to come to Sydney? I said, mate, when are we going? I packed the bags. I was gone straight away. But in those days, you had to play a couple of years in the juniors before you qualified and go into grade. And then I went into grade, and that's my only club, the Tigers. I love the Tigers. Too many people today go around and march around and jump around for the money and all that sort of stuff. And I was talking to Tim Brasher one day, a great fullback for the Tigers. I'll tell you a story about him. Beautiful. He was playing in the first grade ever, against the Penrith Panthers. And it was a TV game, and he was combing his hair, 17-year-old schoolboy kid, combing his hair. And I said, mate, what the fuck are you doing, mate? You're going to try and bash us, He's trying to comb his hair and all that sort of stuff. He said it's a TV game. So this is a game coming away. I said, mate, don't worry about your hair. They're going to try and rip your ears off, Terry Lane got him in the grand final with little Barbar, but mate, he was a wonderful player. He could run as quick sideways as he could forwards. He was a sensation. Great player. Great English captain. Great player.
Any others?
Well, I'm the Lone Ranger this year. I don't know if everyone would have seen it. When they got rid of the country rugby league and got rid of the city country game, I was absolutely filthy. Because when I was a kid, I used to look up to all those guys, and it was a dream to sort of play for country against city, play against the city sleepers. And I felt like I was a Lone Ranger this year when they got rid of it, because there's 60,000 kids that play in the country. And you're robbing, and you're thinking about, the NRL's thinking about money and TV rights and sponsorship and all that bullshit. Honestly, there's 60,000 kids that play. We should give them the opportunity to come and play in our great game. But unfortunately, the powers to be said, oh, the players are playing too much. Hello, that's what you get paid to do, to play. Honestly, these blokes saying, oh, I played 26 rounds and I've played too much. What? Honestly, it's embarrassing. Mate, these blokes get $800, $900 million a year to play footy. You play when I tell you to play. Could you imagine telling all those old blokes, that played, that played in the eras, in the 70s and 80s and that, with say, mate, you're playing too much, the coach will drop you. You think you're a soft guy. Honestly.
This shows that rugby league is a sport for all, and one person to make the big time in female rugby league is Dillaroo player Samantha Bremner, and she joins me now. And now I've got a couple of questions here for you. Okay, so when did you start playing rugby league?
I started playing when I was 19 years old, so I think that would have been in 2010. 2010, and I haven't looked back ever since.
So, what do you like about it?
I love the people you meet in rugby league. I love the culture. I love how it caters for everyone, and everyone just becomes one big supportive community and family, and the fun that it brings. It's just a great sport, and no matter what your skill set is or where you come from, you're just going to find a place in the sport for you.
And then this third question, how do you think this carnival is going to go tomorrow?
Outstanding. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. The longest day is already over, and we got through that, and I think the girls had so much fun, so I think tomorrow will be absolutely outstanding, and the girls will finish off a great tournament.
And one last question. As rugby league is a game for all, what are your thoughts on how Albury Thunder have created a disability league tag game for everyone with disabilities to play?
I think it's a very great concept. I think there should be no reason in the world that somebody shouldn't play a sport they love, and I think that the people of Albury are very lucky that no matter maybe any challenge that they come through, they can play rugby league, and there's a very big opportunity for you to play. And I'm very proud just to be here, and I know that the people that live in this community would be very proud that there's some hard-working people that get to play rugby league in the disability team as well.
Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Here we have Steve Blocker Roach. I now have a few questions for him. So, what do you think of bush football?
I love bush football because that's where I come from, originally from Wollongong, and got an opportunity to play in the NRL down the track. But 60,000 juniors, I love everyone that plays the game, and hopefully they can reach the heights that they want to reach.
What are your thoughts on women's rugby league?
I think it's fantastic girls get the opportunity to play. I was a little bit taken back today to see the nines where they actually tackle each other, but you know, I got used to it, and there's a bit of a pathway now that they can play for New South Wales or Australia, watching the Gillaroos and all that play. So yeah, no, it's good.
There's an initiative here at Albury Thunder where we involve everyone, and now we involve we got a disability rugby league team that plays league tag. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's fantastic. Anyone who loves our great game of rugby league should be able to play in some form. So no, I think that's sensational.
And now I gotta fold this up again. Highlights of your career.
Playing for State of Origin and playing for the Kangaroos was a highlight. Playing the 88 and 89 grand final, we got beat in both. But you know, just the opportunity to play with a lot of great mates who are mates today. Just happy to play the game.
What's your funniest moment?
Funniest moment? Ooh, there's been 1,000. I don't know what my funniest moment is. Probably the day I forgot my mouth guard and got my teeth knocked out. Funny. Not funny for me, but funny for some.
One other question, which is tongue-in-cheek. What do you think of Mark Eden?
Mike Eden, the Rothmans medalist, was a wonderful football player. I never got to get my hands on him that much, but if I did, I probably would have strangled him. How's that?
Well, thanks for that. Cheers.